Top 3 Scariest American Haunted House Horror Stories. Warning, you might regret clicking on this video. What you're about to hear isn't something that will just haunt your dreams, it will follow you, crawl beneath your skin, and make you question every creak and groan in your own home. This is the kind of story that shouldn't exist. Yet here you are. Do you dare to continue? Story 1. The Bell Witch of Tennessee. In a quiet town in Tennessee, the Bell family thought they were living a peaceful life, far away from the madness of the world. But peace was not to last. It began with whispers. At first, soft, almost indistinguishable, like a breeze stirring the trees. But soon, the whispers grew into something darker, something far more sinister. The Bell family would be haunted by the Bell Witch, an entity so malevolent, so powerful, it tortured them for years. John Bell, the father, would wake to find strange marks on his body, scratches, bruises, blood, each morning as if he had been dragged across the floor in the dead of night. But that was only the beginning. Then the voices came. Loud and clear, like someone standing in the room with them, whispering, cackling, speaking in a language they couldn't understand. But one night, it wasn't just the voices. The Bell Witch revealed herself, a shadowy figure, her face twisted in agony, her eyes burning with rage. She hovered over the family, her presence suffocating, choking the air in the room. One evening, John Bell died. His body was found stiff, his face frozen in terror, his eyes wide open as if he had seen something that shattered his very soul. To this day, the curse of the Bell Witch remains, a story whispered in fear. And the worst part? Some say the Bell Witch never truly left. If you think the Bell Witch is a legend, think again. Something followed you into your home when you clicked on this video. Story 2. The Amityville Horror. You've heard of it, but do you truly know the horrors the Lutz family faced in that house? The Amityville Horror is not just a story, it's a terrifying truth, a glimpse into the terrifying realm of the unseen. The Lutz family moved into the house at 112 Ocean Avenue, unaware of its violent history. But the second they stepped through the door, something changed. The air grew thick with malice. Cold spots lingered. A heavy presence pressed against their chests, making it difficult to breathe. At night, the house seemed alive, groaning and shifting as if it were growing, expanding. But it wasn't just the house. It was what lurked inside. One night, George Lutz woke to see a figure standing at the end of his bed. It was a grotesque form, half human, half something else. Its face was a pale, twisted mask, with eyes that glowed with a supernatural fire. It was smiling. And then came the voices. Whispers from behind the walls, promises of death and despair. The family tried to leave, but the house wouldn't let them. The doors wouldn't open, the windows wouldn't budge. The house clung to them. The terror didn't stop. It followed them, dragging them deeper into madness. To this day, no one really knows what truly happened inside those walls. Some say the house was built on ancient burial grounds, others believe the evil of the past reached out to claim more souls. But what's worse than the horrifying things the Lutz family saw is the question that lingers. What if that evil followed you home? Story 3. The Myrtles Plantation. Deep in the heart of Louisiana, there lies a plantation, an estate of beauty and wealth, except, it's cursed. The Myrtles Plantation is known as one of the most haunted places in America, and for good reason. Built on land with a horrific past, the spirits of those who died there refuse to leave. A woman named Chloe, a slave who was caught trying to poison her master's family, was hung on the property. But the curse didn't end there. Soon after her death, strange occurrences began to unfold. People reported seeing her ghost, her face covered by a green turban, her hands outstretched as if reaching for something. And then the lights would flicker and the temperature would drop. Guests would hear footsteps following them in empty hallways. The ghosts of the murdered family members still roamed, trapped between worlds. But perhaps the most terrifying part of the Myrtles Plantation is the mirror, said to reflect not the present, but the souls of those who perished within its walls. Those who dared to look into it often found themselves seeing not their own reflection, but the pale, twisted faces of the dead, staring back at them. And then there's the story of the children's laughter, a sound that echoes through the halls, the laughter of the innocent, forever trapped in the plantation's grasp. Do you feel it? The weight of those souls, watching you? The curse. Now you're alone in your room. The lights are flickering. The shadows seem to stretch unnaturally, too long, too far. A faint whisper brushes against your ear, like a breath that isn't yours. You can hear the sounds of someone, or something, breathing behind you. You think it's just your imagination. You hope it's just your imagination. But deep down, in the pit of your stomach, you know, they're with you. The Bell Witch, the spirits from the Amityville house, and the tortured souls of Myrtles Plantation, They've followed you. They've attached themselves to you, feeding off your fear, waiting for you to fall asleep. And no matter how much you tell yourself it's all just a story, they won't leave. They can't leave. And as you sit here listening, you realize you're not alone anymore. If you don't want this nightmare to continue, if you don't want them to follow you wherever you go, subscribe now. Don't say I didn't warn you. Did you feel it? The chill down your spine? You should have never listened to this story, but now it's too late.